What's up, guys? It's Jay coming at you from the Hooch, and today we are talking about digital night vision. Now, I know there's a lot of boo-hooing out there. Everyone's rolling their eyes already. Oh, Jay, digital night vision, it's not worth it. It's crap. You're going to get yourself killed.
You're going to die! You're going to die!
Other stuff, right? I can tell you, as a person who has used digital night vision in the field for quite a few years, and I have also had access to and used analog night vision out in the field, you're right. There's really no comparison between the two technologies, right? There really isn't. So it is not fair when you're going into digital night vision. It is not a fair comparison to compare that tech to your favorite PVS 14, right? It's not a fair comparison. You are not going to get the same performance out of it. So don't go into it thinking you're going to get the same performance, right? Because obviously you're going to be let down because it's not the same, but you're going to have a bad experience with it. So take a step back and think about, okay, what am I using this for? Okay, so for most of us in the whole modern Minuteman scenario, prepared citizen scenario, however you want to call it, what are our purposes going to be as far as the use of our night vision goes, right? For a lot of us, it's checking what's going bump in the night out in the chicken coop, right? Like, you lean out your back door, you throw your night vision on, and you turn them on, and you see what's causing all the ruckus out there. All right, so legit reason for it. Okay, you don't have to go spend $3,000 plus to go see what is stirring your chickens. Number two, coyote hunting, any kind of varmint hunting for that matter. Digital night vision works phenomenal for that. Okay, the coyotes aren't going to shoot back at you, so you're not worried about giving yourself away by blowing them up with your IR light. You're not going to worry about it. In fact, you want that for that purpose, right? So very useful, worthwhile option there as far as coyote hunting goes. What else might there be on that, right? Just out enjoying a homestead, camping, out with scouts, whatever. Digital night vision can certainly play a role in that. I can tell you guys, as you know, a matter of fact, this is made by Geophil. It is, you guys have seen this in prior videos of mine. It is a digital night vision unit that can record on it and take pictures with it. It has a built-in IR light, and then it has your camera lens to it, which essentially digital night vision is a night vision camera, is essentially what it is. That's the technology that it's using. That's the sensor that it's using with that. But something like that is great for out at camp, out with your scout group, out with your kids, counting how many raccoon eyes you see lighting up out in the tree line on you, all of that good stuff. So definitely plays a role with that. But that has been very, very worthwhile, right? Very small, super cheap, $100, whatever it might be, but it allows you to dip your toes into that technology and into that use, all right? So far we all have all legit uses on that. Another use is observation purposes, right? So you're setting up, you're on your property, you're out on a scout about, whatever it might be, you're setting up an observation post, you're just simply looking through it to see if you see any activity, right? Now, the number one thing folks will say with digital night vision is, oh, you need IR light in order for it to work. No, you don't. You don't need IR light in order for it to work. Now, for it to work really well, yes, you do need IR light, right? Yes, you do. And a lot of your newer digital night vision units, which in the past this wasn't true, but a lot of your newer units today, it actually has an active night vision setting where it is not projecting any IR light. So you are not projecting any IR light, but yet the night vision device itself is on to gather light. So it increases the sensitivity of it to pick up more. So on a full moon, starry night with no additional help, in fact, you can see up there, that was about a 3/4 or 70% moon, starry night, about 10 o'clock at night, and you can see just fine out in the wide open, not a big deal. Now back in the woods, completely different story, but out in the open like that, you could see several hundred yards without any issues whatsoever. So the technology today does allow that. So you can actively use that device out in the woods. I'll use as an example the NVG50, right? We've all seen this. I've done a couple trips with it now. You can mount it to a helmet, you can mount it to a head strap, whatever it might be, and you have yourself a small portable unit. When you're not using it, just flips up out of the way, obviously, and that you can use shooting at night. If you have a IR laser on your rifle, IR light, you can easily shoot with that. In fact, that video taken there was through this device right here. Retail wise, you're looking at about $500 for something like that. That's getting on the higher end of digital night vision. So I definitely, this is something that I can highly recommend to you guys. I used this recently on Operation, what was it? Operation Sour Grapes. Use that. We hiked from our base camp up to our objective area at night, and I did not have an issue with that, with traipsing through the woods. Now, you're going to move a lot slower, that's for sure, but it is a true 1x monocular, where a lot of your digital night vision ends up coming in at a 2x at the least amount of magnification, and then they can magnify up. But they are coming out where it is, you can have a true 1x. So like this, the NightFox Prowl is another one that is a true 1x. So you definitely, that technology is there with that. Another way you can go, and I'm just starting to play with this, guys, but this is the digital PVS-7 from Cigman, and this is, I don't know yet. I'm very, very mixed on this right now, okay? The ease of use on this guy is super smooth. The IR function is nice on it. I haven't fully been able to test out in the field the ability with the IR turned off, but with the active night vision on, to see what its natural light gathering capabilities are. But this, I'm really kind of jazzed about this. So it comes with a dovetail mount, so you can hook it up to your normal Wilcox mount there, right? But this, I don't know, guys. It is kind of cool. There's a definite vibe factor to this, but I don't know how usable that is actually going to be out in the field. I have my concerns about it, but the technology's there. It is there for you to use, and like I said, observation post, we'll circle back a little bit with that. The use of something like this in an observation post, so midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, and it's your watch time, just to be able to scan the trees and see if anyone else messes up with their light discipline is huge. You know, you hear a twig snap, you can look in that direction. You're going to see if somebody accidentally taps their IR light on their rifle, they accidentally turn their headlamp on, they accidentally turn their GPS unit on, or if it's off in the distance, if it's a guy who's out on a neighboring homestead and he's stepping out on his back porch to light a cigarette, you will see all of that in there. So as long as you're practicing light discipline, you can look for the guy who is lax on his light discipline out in the field. And believe me, you're going to see it right away with this. So is it good enough for that? I think it is. If you have a group of guys out in the field in an observation post and you're passing around a digital unit, as long as you are practicing good light discipline and you're practicing everything else, you will be surprised at just how useful a night vision device, just how usable it can actually be. Like I said, I've been using it for several years now, and I'm not going to say I'm an expert on it, but I have used it enough out in the field to know exactly what its limitations are, to know what it is not. It is not Gen 3 analog technology. It just isn't. So don't pretend that it is, and don't go out and buy something like this expecting it. because you are going to be disappointed in that. All right. It's not a fair comparison. It just isn't. But if you stick to those basic uses of it and you practice light discipline with it, you will be amazed at just how useful it actually is. And I can tell you from my own experience, coyote hunting with it, it's on point as far as that goes. So super useful with that. It's fun to use with the kids, fun to use with the scouts. I remember as a scout myself playing capture the flag at night with my dad's Gen 1 analog unit that he brought home after from a weekend, and we played with that out at camp. And I remember as a 12-year-old tromping through the wood playing capture the flag, we felt like we were freaking gods because no one else had it. So we won every single game of capture the flag. So anyways, that is what digital night vision can do for you guys. I hope this helped, because I know there's a lot of misconceptions out there. There's a lot of people that are just trying to sell you whatever product. But from my point of view, and guys, I'm a normal average day guy. You try to make your dollar stretch as much as it can. And if you're legitly wanting to get into it, to utilize that technology, there is nothing wrong with spending $200, $300, $400, $500 on something to dip your toes in the water and start getting out in the field and practicing, while you long-term save for an actual Gen 3 unit like a PVS-7 or whatever similar. Definitely it gets you out in the field using it, practicing light. Like I said, practicing the light discipline is huge. The more you can practice that, the better off you're going to be, regardless whether you have night vision or not. But practicing that light discipline will be important down the road. So anyways, guys, that's what I got right now. Like I said, using these two guys, and very impressed so far. Like I said, I have questions on this one. This one I'm good to go on as far as I'm concerned. We have a lot more field trials to do with this one before we give it a thumbs up or a thumb down. But there is definitely a coolness factor to it. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. Digital night vision for the modern Minuteman or prepared citizen. And yeah, keep getting out there, keep training. We'll chat with you soon. Later.